I'm trying to shoot a video here, and Jimmy and Jared are having a fantastic conversation. It's very difficult for me to concentrate. Let's see if I can pull my shit together and get this video done.
The system of back end.
All right, I'm gonna pause Jimmy's and Jared's conversation to talk to you about possibly my favorite series of all time, or it's becoming that anyway. Dark Tower, Stephen King. I finished a couple of days ago, Wizard and Glass, book 4 in the series, so I'm halfway through it. You may think, hey, it's too early for you to tell us how much you love this. Finish the series. No, I'm gonna talk to you right now because this series is freaking incredible. I'm loving it so much. I'm super excited about it. I'm always excited about books that I'm reading, unless they suck. This does not suck. This is awesome. And of course, when I'm done with the series, I'll do a proper wrap up. I'll think about it a little bit more. Right now, I just wanted to shoot something off the cuff, stream of consciousness. Why do I love this series so much? I love it because it's such a surprise to me. Years ago, I tried reading Gunslinger. I don't remember if I finished it or if I gave up halfway through it, but I didn't like it. Thankfully now, I decided to try it one more time. Give it another chance. I read Gunslinger and I thought it was good. I wasn't sure why I hated it so much years ago. Sure, there were some confusing parts. Sure, it was a little bit slow, even though it's the thinnest of all the entries. I didn't love it, but I thought it was good. And right away, I went into The Drawing of the Three. And that's when the story took off for me. Drawing of the Three was fantastic, a great read. I loved it. That's where we get introduced to all these characters. And the characters in these books are fabulous. Some of the best characters I think Stephen King has ever come up with. And he's got some good ones. He's known for his character development, and not just character development, even in short stories, his characters, they don't need to develop instantly. They're fantastic. Instantly, they feel real. They ring true. This is the case in these books. So, Drawing of the Three was fantastic. We're establishing, there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of tension in that book. Great read. Some horror elements, some science fiction elements for sure. I don't know if it's science fiction, with like wormholes, time travel, or is it like fantasy, portal fantasy, whatever it is. I loved Drawing of the Three. Then, as soon as I read it, I said, oh, Jesus Christ, I cannot stop right now. I gotta continue. So, of course, I did. I read Wastelands. That's the one with, the train. Fantastic. More elements. The world building in that book becomes expansive. Fabulous. Fantastic storyline in Wastelands. A lot of tension again. Elements that are being added to this puzzle as we're learning about this world are incredible. The cast of characters that comes together in a big way in Wastelands is fabulous. I love the found family vibes. The mystery develops in it. We have more questions, but we also get answers. Fabulous characters. I mean, we have like this artificial intelligence that happens to be controlling a train and loves riddles. And the riddles, I had so much fun reading that book. And then I got to Wizard and Glass. And just when I thought, okay, this cannot get any better, it did. Wizard and Glass was my favorite out of the 4 books. I don't want to say by far because I, loved book 2, loved book 3, and I love this one, but this is my favorite. It pauses. The story slows down, and we get a framed narrative in which Roland kind of tells us his backstory. And when that started, I was like, I don't know, is it gonna be boring? It's not. It's incredible. It's a separate book, essentially, and it's such a fabulous story that Roland, such a heartbreaking also story. So affecting, but so well written. It's a long book, 900 pages in this version, and I was just sipping every single word. It was fabulous. It was fantastic. The adventure, the love affair, the romance, the friendships, the danger. I mean, this book really had it all, and it's framed on both ends by a little bit of movement within the main arc, but not much. This story is mostly a look back, but I really loved it. The world building, like I said, is fantastic. There's so many pieces. The characters are some of the best that Stephen King has ever written, in my opinion, and I've read a lot. I love the characters in it. The Stand is great. Misery, I mean, come on, Shining, 11/22/63, the romance there, incredible. I don't know, Stephen King is really stepping up. I don't know how I missed this series reading The Dark Tower. Fantastic. I'm just thinking about one of my favorite characters, Susanna, in these books. She is a black woman with no legs, an amputee. I mean, just visually imagining this catet, as they're called in this book, this found family together is fantastic. We have her. She's one of my favorite characters. She's strong. She's smart. She's handicapped physically, but also, at least early on, she's handicapped mentally too, because she has split personality. Fantastic treatment of that in book 2, and to a certain extent book 3. Fabulous. We have Eddie, who is a junkie when we meet him. He is a heroin addict. He is a stand-in maybe for Stephen King and what he was going in his life. Stephen King was definitely drawing on his knowledge. Feels so authentic. You know, we have Jake, who's a kid, brave, sweet boy. I love Jake, you know, and you can see how everybody is protecting and protective of him. We have Roland, our main character, the gunslinger, who is strong, and yet at the same time, he has a lot of baggage. He has a lot kind of going on behind his eyes. There is darkness in his soul, but as the story progresses, we slowly kind of see the light also in him. And then we have an animal companion also, who I don't even want to start talking about, because if anything happens to Oi, I'm gonna be upset, and I have a feeling stuff is gonna happen, and stuff could happen to any of these heroes of mine. So we'll see. I'm only halfway through the story, and I actually have a question for those who have already read the whole series. Now, I read Wizard and Glass. Should I go on to book 5, Wolves of the Kala, or should I read the book kind of in between the two main books? I think it's The Wind Through the Keyhole or something like that. Let me know in the comments below if you've read the Dark Tower series, if you've completed the whole thing, what's the best way of moving forward. Let me know. I am so excited. I'm sweating shooting this video just because I'm so excited about this series. This is so great, you know, as readers, when we find something that we really love. And of course, it's all subjective. Just because I get excited doesn't mean that you're going to love it as much as I do, or even like it at all. But it's working for me. And this is really the best. When you find something that you're so excited, so passionate about, nothing like it. Yeah. So is it science fiction? Is it fantasy? It's all of it to me. It's horror. It's a lot. I'm loving this story. I hope you give it a chance. If you haven't read it, leave a comment below if you're planning on reading The Dark Tower, and if you've read the story before, let me know which one is your favorite in the whole series. And yeah, let me get back to Jared and Jimmy, because they're having a great conversation. I'll talk to you next time.